Carpet Corner.
New here at 10, a Gardner family is bracing for heartbreak. For the last 3 years, they've been foster parents to a young girl who they'd love to adopt.
But now the state could come and take that little girl away. KCTV5's Sharon Chen is here to explain why. Sharon?
Well, Caroline and John, Brad, this is John and Nikki DeHaven, and every day this couple is fighting to keep their family together. The little girl in their care shortly after she was born was taken along with her siblings from their biological mother. Well, now the state wants to reunite the siblings, a move that the DeHavens say will devastate their little girl, and one that they say doesn't have to happen.
Happily married in 2015, John and Nicole DeHaven knew exactly what they wanted next.
And we always knew that we wanted to be parents.
Because for me, I never wanted just one child.
But with Nikki's health issues, getting pregnant was too risky.
So I said, I know how to be a parent. Let's go and get licensed to be foster parents.
And so they did, becoming the very first foster family for Cornerstones of Care. John and Nikki welcomed little Mena into their home at just 3 days old. And then shortly after, 6-day-old Uriah.
We've been a family ever since.
As the kids grew, so did their bond. And once the parental rights terminated for the kids, the DeHavens began the adoption process.
One of the things that was kind of an exciting idea was like, what if we could have them adopted on the same day?
Raya officially became their son October 5th, 2021. Jimena's adoption seemed to take longer.
Then it was clear, I was like, okay, well, her case isn't progressing, but his is. So, all right, well, maybe at least we'll get her finalized by the spring.
Spring came, summer, fall, then winter. 2 years later, a crushing blow.
We were told that we were never going to be considered as an option. We will not be considered, and we're not going to be in the future.
Denied because Mena has 3 other biological siblings in foster care, whom she's never met. The DeHavens were told they needed to take all or none. Otherwise, the state will place Mena together with her siblings in a brand new home.
I mean, we're 3 years into this. You can't at this point. You need to say, okay, we should have done this differently.
KCTV5 contacted Cornerstones for Care. We were told for privacy reasons the case couldn't be discussed, but we were provided with their policy on keeping siblings together, which says in part, siblings who are kept together frequently have better outcomes, and Cornerstones of Care is obligated to make every effort to have siblings achieve permanency together and place siblings in separate homes only in extreme circumstances.
This is the only family since birth. This is the only family that this little girl has lived with.
State Senator Molly Baumgartner says the DeHaven case is extreme. Baumgartner is chair of the Child Welfare Committee, a new oversight committee created by Kansas law to monitor the foster care system.
They followed every step of the way what's been asked of them, what's been required of them. She could have and should have been adopted, should have been finalized at the early part of 2021.
The senator also says the DeHavens are not alone.
We've seen a significant loss in the number of Kansas families that are willing to participate as foster parents.
According to DCCCA, a foster care agency who testified in front of the Kansas legislature, out of nearly 2,500 foster families statewide, some 500 families have left the system in the last 2 years.
So we've lost about 20%, and we continue to hear from families they will not be foster parents again because of how they feel they're being treated.
The Kansas child welfare system is private. The Department for Children and Families works with 5 contractors, Cornerstones of Care being one of them. It is a system plagued with problems. KCTV5 has exposed many through our reporting. And a recent legal settlement in 2020 with DCF found the state falls short when it comes to placement of kids. According to that settlement report for fiscal year 2021, there were 69 episodes of failure to place 53 children.
The Cornerstones of Care has the worst record as far as children that are custody of the state spending the nights in offices.
It's why the Child Welfare Committee was formed in the first place.
There are significant problems with our foster care system. While we continue to hear some misrepresentation from those organizations that are contracted by the state to provide those foster care services.
And it's families like the DeHavens that stand to lose.
The pain our daughter is going to go through, the loss she's going to go through, the abandonment that she's going to go through keeps me up at night. And I am terrified.
Even more terrifying for Mena, who will be torn away from the only family she's ever known, to live with complete strangers.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting as hard as I can for her. Because it's so hard to know that I can't protect her. You know, and that's what our job is supposed to do. And I'm fighting for our son, who's possibly going to lose his sister. And it's mind-blowing that people would choose that when they don't have to.
Well, the DeHavens have hired an attorney. They've also contacted the Division of Child Advocate, and there is an investigation that's ongoing. And they also continue to work with Senator Baumgardner, who is working with DCF. And KCTV5 also contacted DCF, who said that specific cases cannot be discussed. But we were told that they would talk about the process involved in all of this, which means our reporting is not finished. We will work to get those answers. Live here in the studio, I'm Sharon Shen, KCTV5 News. Brad?